Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. You're watching JP's Plants and Terrariums. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 main tips or things to do whenever you're buying a new house plant and bringing it home. Because if you like this video and you want to see more, be sure to cultivate that like button so I can continue to grow this channel. I can educate more people and also educate myself. Now, a disclaimer here. I don't know everything about plants as much as I might seem like I do. I'm still learning new things every single day, whether it be about potting media or watering or just the houseplant itself. So bear with me and I hope we all learn something today. Let's get to it. So tip number 1 is that whenever you're looking for a new plant to buy, make sure that if there's a tag on it like this one, make sure you look at the name of the plant. This one doesn't have the name of it on here, but I know this is a Monster Adansani. Another thing to do, if you don't find a label around the plant that has the actual name of the plant on it, is you can Google lenses or something like that and take a picture of the leaf or kind of the whole plant itself, and you can find out the name from it. And like if you have like a special smartphone like Samsung or a Google phone or something. Most plants are pretty easy to find the names of though, especially if you're buying them at Home Depot or Lowe's or even Walmart. Just be careful, because at one time I bought a plant and on the tag it said itself, "Hello, my name is Houseplant. People call me Houseplant." So that wasn't really gonna help at all. Just make sure that whenever you're looking for plants, you make sure you know what the name of it is so that you can look up the proper care requirements for that plant. Tip number 2 is look at the size of the plant itself along with the size of the pot that the plant is in. You're going to want to make sure that the plant doesn't look too big, or in other words, that would mean making sure it's not outgrowing this pot. You also want to check the bottom of the pot to make sure it has plenty of drainage holes, and to see if any roots are coming out. That would kind of give you the idea that it needs repotted. Most plants can deal with being in a pot for a very long time, depending on the type of plant it is. If it's a fast grower, then I would repot it whenever you get the chance. Number 3, whenever you're buying a new plant, look for signs of pests or diseases or even overwatering, because that can be a big issue. Most plants give you some easy signs of having pests or diseases. That would be things like your leaves being brown and everything, or having 1 or 2 leaves dropping and turning a different color than the rest of the plant. which would be a pretty good indication of it having either root rot or some type of pest like spider mites that suck up moisture from the leaves. Kind of like this one right here. This one don't look too good. But yeah, make sure you look for signs of pests. Tip number 4 is look at the moisture levels or dryness levels of the potting media that the plant is in. Most plants have peat moss in their potting media, which helps retain a lot of moisture and keeps the plant roots hydrated a lot longer so that the plant can thrive a little better. Especially in the case where it's at a store like Walmart or Lowe's or Home Depot and they don't water them very often. So just check the moisture levels and how wet the soil is. You can do that just by sticking your finger on the top of it and seeing if you can feel how wet it is there. A good thing to look out for would be to see how the plants are looking in that wet potting media, because some plants can handle wetter potting media than other plants can, like aluminum plants, coleuses, etc., stuff like that. I mean, to keep an eye on that moisture level and look at how the plant is doing in that potting media and how wet it is. Tip number 5. When you're buying a new plant or even looking, look at the type of potting media that is in that pot, because there's different things that different places use for their plants, like potting soil, potting mix. There's a big difference in each. Peat moss, things like vermiculite, sphagnum moss, a bunch of other stuff that they use in their plants. So just, if you end up buying that plant, try to find out exactly what type of potting media is in there, and go buy another fresh bag of it for whenever you're ready to repot it. So here's a bonus tip, which would be tip number 6. When you buy a new plant, whether it be from a greenhouse, a nursery, or even just a big box store that you like to go to, leave your plants in the pots that they come in for at least a month so that it can get used to the new place and acclimate to the environment that it's going to be in. Otherwise, you have a very high chance of stressing your plant out and making it lose leaves and stressing it out real bad, and it won't grow as well. Just make sure to leave your plant in your pot for about a month at most, and then once you get past that month, you can work on repotting, or just basically re-amending the potting media that it's in and adding some new stuff to it.